Alrighty, y'all. Let's get this started. Peace of greetings to you all. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, Islam, Islam. I am Brother Hasan Gazio Bay here in Morocco at Northwestern Maxim. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alrighty, again. I know this for some people, this is early, right? Early moon day, right? Monday. And this is late Sunday for others. Alrighty. Really, other parts of the world, like near New Zealand and Sydney, Australia, and Japan, it's already well into hours ahead into Monday already. They're more than seeing the sunrise at this moment. However, I'm going to be giving my diverse testimonies for the 6 transits that are taking place today after sunrise and the 1 lunar ingress from Capricorn into Aquarius, which means there's a moon void of course taking place alrighty today, y'all. So we're going to get to that in a bit. My question is to you, for those that are coming in, and thank you for those of you that have been responding and commenting in the chat, saying how you like the day by day testimony, as far as giving the testimonies for next day, the day prior. So, or at least before those transits take place. Alrighty. So I appreciate you guys telling me, yeah, we like the day by day, play by play type of energy. So I thank you all so much for sharing that. All right. So without further ado, and let me make sure I'm actually monitoring here. All right. So I can see you guys, right? All right. And let me go and shareth the screeneth. All right. And make sure I'm also showing you. Oh, and let me actually remind you of what we're going over before I actually even share the charts, actually, right? We'll enable AI some other time there, Zoom. All right. Like enable AI with Zoom. Okay, we'll get there. Let's actually share screen over here first and just remind you guys what's on our calendar and what we're actually seeing, all right? So here we are, 27th May 2024, right? For the alleged fiscal holiday. I still see it as a banking holiday, respectfully. Memorial Day, as it is called, all righty. Very, very interesting. The only thing that I would be interested in, and I know we went over this before, but to actually see what it pertains to, what date that was established, and then kind of see what the transits are, or really what was the astrological placements, right? Where were the planets that day when declaring such a kind of day pertaining to fiscal wars, right? And war is just confusion. So, financial institution confusion, right? Where people participated and lost their lives, right? Because there was some people who like, we want to use our banking energy and have some fun. Okay, people lose lives. Oh, well, I guess, I don't know. But anyway, I guess I, seem a bit cynical, I guess, with that. It is what it is. You guys know, I don't deal with beliefs. I'm not a fool nor a baby. So I don't have beliefs. I don't deal with beliefs. Only knowledge. All right. And that's just the only thing that kind of makes sense, just to be completely clear with you. However, as we can see here, for the 27th May 2024, Luna is finishing up its transit in Capricorn and then will ingress Aquarius at 1644, which is 444 post-meridian Eastern, after a 42-minute void of course, as we can see. Right. Of course, it's 5 transits. I thought it was 6. There's 6 events complete, 5 transits total, with 1 lunar ingress. As we can see, Luna's going to trine Uranus just approximately 5 minutes after 0600 hours. Then it will sextile Neptune about 2 minutes after 1600 hours, where it will then go void of course for about 42 minutes. Remember, Moon void of course is buyer's remorse. Make no major decisions or major transactions during a Moon void of course, because you'll regret it, respectfully. However, to always see how these general, right, and collective transits are taking place, specifically for you, Make sure you schedule your Mirror Astro Literacy session with Brother Hasan Ghazio Bey. You guys already know. For those that actually know, I am an internationally certified professional astrologer. Shout out to all of my colleagues and those that were instrumental in, making sure I had that scholarship back in 2022. Appreciate you guys, right? To be able to get one of few certifications that it is that I have. Alrighty, when it comes to that. However, we already know, first and foremost, it's no secret, I am Moorish American, right? I am a, how you want to say it, Moorish American, more American, whatever. At the end of the day, what Prophet Noble Drew Ali has intended, I have and am fully and have fully embraced and am being, so to speak. And with that actually comes with being in alignment with my ancient foremothers and forefathers' mindsets. And in order to actually rule oneself, in order to be in full harmony with nature, it is wise to have a civic mindset that is based in astrology and jurisprudence, at its foundation. So that's how it actually really goes. It's not, banging a tambourine and playing reverse church in the building, right? So I'm just being honest, guys, not being mean, all righty? I do think it's a time where we got to just be realistic and really comprehend, if we have not limited ourselves from being able to do so that we can actually grow from these things and improve our experience here at Midgard, Earth Plane, Asha, or what some will just call Earth. All righty, so our experience here on this planet in these times with this spirit, soul, and body, that triune being that we are, and, just better navigate and guide ourselves as we actually, respect the fact that if we look at astrology as anything other than a guide, then we are falling short in our goal pertaining to self-mastery, all right? So I trust others can enjoy and have the experience pertaining to self-mastery with seeing the wisdom in the metaphysics course, all right? So with that being said, as you guys can see, like I said, Luna's trine Uranus. Then it's going to sextile Neptune, right? Then there's the moon ingress to Aquarius. Then the Luna's going to trine Jupiter, 32 minutes after 1700 hours. Conjunct Pluto, right? 9 minutes after 2000 hours, right? A retrograde Pluto, by the way. And Mercury, sextile Saturn, alrighty, is taking place 22 minutes after 2300 hours. Alrighty, sunrise we see is at approximately 0500 hours, 49 minutes. Sunset, approximately 2000 hours, 19 minutes. All right, so without further ado, let's actually just get to the chicken charts. Stopping the screen share there. Let's start the one here and enjoy ourselves. All right. Yes, okay, got it. All righty, we can all see what it is that we have here. We see that the sun for this solar ascendant conjunction, and let me make sure I have the interactive chart adjust ready as well. All right. And we have the sun ascendant conjunction termed sunrise at 6 degrees Gemini, 36 minutes. 6 degrees Gemini, interestingly, is a degree pertaining to brilliant intellectuality and a degree pertaining to expression in language, all right? So this could be the day where one could really have an idealistic conversation, really probably even one that really expands the mind, right? And it may take place within your immediate community. You may not have to go far for that conversation, or it may be within a community that you're a part of. You guys meet via the internet and be able to actually express some different ideas or things of that nature, or someone may actually hear a presentation that you've done, or they've seen a presentation and they're getting in contact with you and letting you know that they've, absorbed your presentation, they've consumed it, so to speak, and now they want to actually give, their review on it to you. So then you may find that it's a very insightful conversation or set of conversations that are going to take place this day. All right. You probably had some of that energy happen also Sunday. right? Even though what I'm referring to actually now is Monday, 27th. So maybe on the 26th, you had some very insightful conversations that actually led to a ruminating of a certain type of brilliant intellectuality and finding ways to begin comprehending how you would much rather express yourself in better ways. So maybe you're also thinking about taking on a class. Maybe with that conversation, you've been inspired to maybe go back to school. Actually, also that's kind of what I'm seeing as well. Maybe you're going after that major that you were thinking about. Mother Sahar says peaceful greetings to everyone. Peaceful greetings to our beloved mother in whom we're well pleased, Mother Sahar Al. We love you, Mother Sahar. And let's get right to it, right? So that's what it is for the sunrise. I'm saying, because we already know in this tropical regiomontanous house system, all righty, we're seeing that the sun is ruling over the fourth house, right? Fourth house at 13 degrees, and that's where I'm getting the idealistic, right? So we may have a very treasurable and idealistic conversation, all right, that will really bring forth some insightfulness due to the brilliance and the way that the brilliance in one's intellectuality is actually expressed, right? So after sunrise, we have a Luna-Uranian trine, all righty? So just that alone, it's something where there's some harmony with having a nurturing share, or harmony with sudden changes in the home, and it makes it very smooth, those sudden changes, right? However, let's actually see the placements here. I think I went pretty far. Look at that. Let's take it back. Right? Luna trine. Okay, there we go. I must have hit that one too many times, right? All righty, so for the 27th of May, 2024, 0600 hours, 5 minutes, and 11 seconds. Luna's there at 23 degrees, Capricorn, 55 minutes within the 8th house, of course, under the dispositorship of Saturn there in the 10th in Pisces. And Luna is trine Uranus here at 23 degrees, Taurus, 55 minutes, and it is in the 12th house, right? We know these houses are 5 houses apart, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 12th house is 5th to the 8th. So what I'm actually seeing here is just, the not just the sudden changes in the health of the relationship, however, also actually some very beneficial and inspiring things that take place that actually that are fruitful from a union, whether it is a union based on more romantic, right? I like to say more romantic instead of romantic relationship, as well as also joint energies. All righty. So joint accounting energies, the people allowing themselves to be very well structured in their group activities, has really allowed for them to see a fruitfulness that's actually come about from actually doing things in a group participation. Maybe even those that normally have worked by themselves and only wanted to work for to themselves, they've allowed themselves to open up a bit and actually see what it is like to work with other people, and actually finding it to be a lot more fruitful than whenever they actually worked alone by themselves. And here, I think this is really taking place probably in places like hospitals, for one. Maybe there's somebody, I don't know, maybe it's a crew of people and they're working on a patient and the patient is near death. However, boom, they bring them right back. So the people are able to help to revive someone. Maybe they flatline, and defibrillating them is actually very beneficial. I also see that comes from efficient management of one's resources, but first and foremost, being able to actually be patient. And 9 times out of 10, who is actually facilitating that type of energy that happens is one who's very well spiritually grounded. All righty. And maybe even in their status outside of being a healer, as far as medically concerned, or maybe they're doing naturopathic, remedial exercises also. However, they're also known for their spiritual expertise as well. All right. So that's kind of what I see there as far as a general energy. Just looking at that, there may be something that you may encounter, even if you're not encountering it directly. You may see a presentation on one of your favorite streaming apps or something like that, right? Just to, give possibilities of you interacting with that action, whether seeing it, hearing about it, things of that nature, right? Next, Luna sextile Neptune, all right? So that's the next energy that we're seeing there, happening about 2 minutes after 1600 hours. All righty, 1600 hours, 1 minute and 38 seconds to be exact. We see Luna's here at 29 degrees Capricorn, 36 minutes in the fourth house. All right. And we have Neptune, all righty, here at 29 degrees, 36 minutes in Pisces in the sixth house. And of course, these are 3 houses away from each other. So I think that people are going to find a way to really institute a conversation that may at first seem a bit odd, maybe a little rigid. I think there's going to be an opportunity to see some commonality in what people may see as different belief systems. But I think what will happen is someone will be able to facilitate that the importance of what people may utilize as separating different belief systems. They will actually find a common ground and principle. And I think here's where people will have the opportunity to really communicate principles pertaining to self-mastery as they're on this road to edifying themselves within whatever gym they exercise their spirit in. And so I think here's where the people will really have a means to an end, right? That's finance, right? Finance is a means to an end. But the means to an end will be the conversation that actually leads to one seeing the commonality by principle in the alleged or assumed wide range of different belief systems, which actually is a farce, right? It doesn't exist. For those that are mature enough to hear and listen, right? Because hearing is a sense, listening is a skill. So for ones that can actually do both, right, effectively, they know exactly what it is that I'm talking about, and it's actually freeing them. And I think here is where people that have been incarcerated in the daily practices of some type of dogmatic belief system will be freed by one actually communicating the treasures in the structures that may seem like belief systems, by showing that behind every so-called belief system is this base principle in metaphysics. And that will free people from the feeling of having an incarcerated spiritual exercise. All right. Luna's going void, of course, after this particular transit here with Luna sextile Neptune. All righty, for 42 minutes, Luna's going to be void, of course, for 42 minutes. Remember, make no major decisions make no major decisions or major transactions during Moon void, of course. Moon void, of course, is buyer's remorse. All righty. And so approximately around 1600 hours and 44 minutes, we are able to see Luna ingress Aquarius. Let's actually get the time exact. It is happening at 1600 hours, 44 minutes, and 23 seconds. So it's 23 seconds after 4:44 p.m. Eastern, right? 4:44 post-meridian Eastern. Luna is actually ingressing Aquarius still here in the fourth house under Saturn's dispositorship in the fifth. And this is where we can actually 9 times out of 10 allow our children and others' children to enjoy themselves. All righty. Maybe this is where people are getting together in either their immediate community, maybe it's your spiritual community, so to speak. And this is an opportunity to really isolate a moment for the children to have fun. So maybe it's a block party someone is throwing. Maybe it's just an event at someone's home because of festivities that's usually around this type of quote unquote Memorial Day. People will be congressing at their homes, in their backyards, cooking out, possibly. However, what I actually see here, there's going to be a sudden change in, what normally happens. And maybe it's due to the fact that there's an elder family member who used to be there that isn't. And so this might be a time where people will actually divulge, speaking on family history, maybe going into the background of the family, maybe pulling out photo albums as well. And maybe someone will, if not pulling out a photo album, the book itself, maybe there will be like a mural that will be made for everyone to see of the different pictures, maybe over the last 100 years or so, of different family members of the different pictures they may have put together and make this like collaged mural. I see that possibly being a part of someone's experience later today as well. After Luna ingresses Uranus, it's going to be trine Jupiter. And we know Jupiter's not feeling so great. I mean, we're going to be positive. Jupiter's always feeling great. It just now, you know, Jupiter being the presenter that it is, it now has to present this Geminian script, so to speak. If you look at the planets as actors, the sign as the script, and the house as the stage upon which the script is to be portrayed. Jupiter is now playing that Geminian role, all right? And so Luna is going to be trine Jupiter. And we see Luna's here, of course, in Aquarius, 0 degrees, 27 minutes in the third house, still under the dispositorship of Saturn, while Jupiter is here, 0 degrees, Gemini, 27 minutes in the eighth house under the dispositorship of Venus, of course, also there in Gemini. All right. That's in the eighth house, and we already know these are 6 houses apart. Alrighty, and 6 Regio-Montanist houses apart. Eighth house is 6 to the third. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as we can see. So here, how great is this conversation going amongst people, right? Is there some information being poured out? Is there a presentation on the internet that can be very much shocking? However, what's happening is things that were seemingly hidden or behind the scenes are being unveiled, and that unvelation, people are actually like, you know what, this is amazing, right? Like, for example, one thing that I thought was amazing that's kind of similar to this energy, there's a presentation, I think, on Netflix called Butterfly in the Sky, and it's given a bit of a historical documentary of Reading Rainbow. If you guys haven't seen it, I mean, it's pretty awesome because I grew up watching Reading Rainbow, right? However, I think more presentations like that, there may be some type of broadcasted presentation that the people are familiar with. Maybe it was something that in your early childhood development was a part of securing, you know, your growth. And what you'll be able to do is further expound upon, you know, that which you watched as a child growing up, what actually, you know, was inspiring that, and now you can look at that behind the scenes. Maybe even now you may be someone who 25, 26, 30 something years from now, you may find yourself having a presentation that will be a documentary based on the things that you're about to endeavor and embark upon. Even now, even if you're into it for the last 2 or 3 years, that's something that's instrumental, alrighty, for children. And 25, 30 years from now, you'll be able to go back. It'll be interesting. Like, you know what? I remember on the 27th, right, of May at like 1:09 anti-meridian Eastern, you know, just an hour and 9 minutes after midnight on the 27th of May. Brother Hasan was saying that, remember that about 25 years ago, so, you know. So, however, that's what this energy is. We're being able to get a knowledge and an expanded view, and looking at the beauty of what behind the scenes production took place with things that inspired our early childhood development, especially if there was some type of broadcasted presentation that really assisted us in our attitude and our learning, all right? After this, Luna is conjunct Pluto, all right? So the Luna-Plutonian conjunction is taking place 2000 hours, 9 minutes, and 22 seconds to be exact. Luna and Pluto are here in the second house at 1 degree Aquarius, 58 minutes. Pluto, of course, is retrograde, right? And here, I really think that this is going to be a very powerful conversation that's going to take place. I think what's going to be super powerful, someone may see some type of presentation, right? And it's going to transform their lives, because even though they may not disagree with the views of the speaker, the speaker may bring their own spiritual background, right? and the viewer may not particularly agree with the actual what is being said, however, can actually transform their lives by recognizing the principle upon which the speaker is expressing themselves. And I think here the value that will be brought forward from active listening, right, will help to be able to will help people to be able to end a chapter of stagnation in their life and be able to now springboard, all righty, so to speak, and launch into a new atmosphere of their growth and their goals that is to take place for them. All right. So that's what I really see with the lunar conjunct Pluto. And last but not least, we have Mercury sextiling Saturn. All right. Mercury. So the Mercurial Saturnian sextile is the last transit that's taking place on the 27th May 2024 at 2300 hours, 21 minutes, and 54 seconds. Of course, from the perspective here, they're the Baltimore Corporation, Maryland State Republic. And again, you guys know the type of house system I'm using for this particular presentation is the Tropical Regio-Montanus house system. All right. Now, Mercury sextiling Saturn. Mercury is at 18 degrees Taurus, 33 minutes in the fourth house, just 3 houses away from Saturn at 18 degrees Pisces, 33 minutes in the second house. You know, the fourth house is third to the second. So it's like, what's being communicated from your possessions, right? What are you thinking about when it comes to your disposable finances, right? Or that which you, your expenditures, all righty? What have you learned from the things that you spent your energy on? And what one can actually see from like a conversation dealing with financing or dealing with gardening or types of agriculture, what ones will be able to actually see is they're going to have a really awesome time in really comprehending knowledge about the soil in which they're growing their, growing things from their garden. However, they're also going to be happy about the fact that they exerted patience and waited to actually get certain resources that they needed by really actually employing active listening to someone who does this every day, someone who has a daily routine in gardening in some way, shape, or form. Maybe they're a quote unquote farmer or rancher, right? Non-statutory farmer or rancher. And someone, within a certain growing community, whatever, ones may be growing in their garden, what they'll see is there's a gem that they will catch due to actively listening and being strategic and being disciplined. And at first, you may not have comprehended why you were doing the step-by-step structural things that were taking place. But by isolating that particular discipline, financially speaking, or when it came to getting resources, you weren't frivolous in getting those particular resources. And now you actually realize the things that you did get are actually beneficial for the commencement in your growing experience that you're about to have. And maybe this is someone who has decided to greenhouse a certain way. Now, your greenhouse is up and going, or you're finding a way to institute some type of year-round indoor growing. However, maybe in a space that is all glass, right? Like a greenhouse, so to speak, or all some type of transparent medium in order for the sunlight and heat from the sun to be able to actively influence the growing pertaining to one's garden. All right. Questions, comments, and/or suggestions, guys. I am open to your questions, comments, and/or suggestions. Even if you catch this later on and the live has been completed, make sure you interact in the chat. I am active and responding, right? Especially when I see those notifications on my phone or iPad or other devices. I make sure I respond as soon as I possibly can. And I appreciate y'all interacting. And shout out again to TUPAC, the Universally Professional Astrology Community. You guys are amazing. And you know what? I got to make sure I upload the video from Saturday. I'm going to do that as soon as I get off of this live. All right. So questions, comments, and those suggestions going to Twiz Eyes. I know I already asked once. That was pretty quick, right? something else I think you guys can get out of this. I know I mentioned yesterday too about Jupiter ingressing Gemini. You see, it was the 25th at about 1900 hours, 14 minutes, right? Which is 7:14 post meridian. And I told you, Jupiter stays in the sign for approximately a year. So when does Jupiter, because right now it's, feeling exile. Exile, EX, is Latin for out, or out of. And ILE means part or place. So with this exile pertaining to Jupiter, Jupiter being out of place or feeling out of parts, right? Which is not bad. It's just Jupiter now. It's like I said yesterday. It's like, the teacher's always giving a lecture, right? Maybe it's saying a little bit more, alrighty, so that the people will have something more to go on, right? It's like full disclosure for real. However, I think Jupiter and this was May 25th, it's going to be in Gemini until about the 9th of June, 2025. To be exact, we see Jupiter will ingress Cancer on the 9th June, 2025, just 1 minute after 1700 hours, 5:01 post meridian. And it'll be in Cancer until about July 30th, I think, or June 30th. Let me see. It's June 30th, all right, 2026, where it ingresses Leo, the 30th of June, 2026 at 1:52 anti-meridian Eastern, right? And so one of the books that are in Prophet Noble Drew University within our astrology library, I was like, you know what? Looking at that 6 to 7 degree, ultimately peace is what's happening for 27th, right? This is what we can see here, right? So enjoy your 27th, alrighty, pertaining to May. Make sure you're enjoying that, all right? Let that peace flow, alrighty, and let me know, guys, how these transits actually manifested in your life. Make sure you make comments, right? Mother Zahar says, sincere gratitude, brother Hasan, gratitude indeed to our beloved mother and whom well pleased, Mother Sahara. Our gratitude, mother. All right. So, questions, comments, and or suggestions going through his eyes. I'm going to stop the screen share here. Make sure I come back also here on the iPad. All right. And as soon as I finish this, I'm going to jump on uploading that to you PAC video from Saturday into our folder, because we also have a chat file there also, along with that audio and video. All righty. And again, shout out to you PAC. You guys are awesome. We have another year of Zoom, transacted for in advance. All righty. And we're doing great. We're doing good. I appreciate you all. All right. So with that being said, guys, I love you all. Remember, schedule your Mirror Astro Literacy session with brother Hasan Ghazi Obey. That is the premier thing that I'm known for when it comes to the astrology. I'm really huge on Astro Literacy. Do not be intimidated. All righty. One thing's for sure and two things for certain. Everyone is super duper intelligent. It's just a matter of, finding out how to relate your own intelligence to you, to make sure you haven't been intellectually abused so far, maybe even shunned, to kind of shy away from being able to learn. But the best learning is, self-reflection. And the Mirror Astro Literacy session is like taking a picture with a group of beings. However, the first one you're going to look for is yourself in that picture. All righty. So when you get the, chart casted by myself, I will be able to point out all the beauty that is there in the ingredients that makes you up, right? That your mother made you to be. All right. So with that being said, y'all, I love y'all. Look forward to you scheduling your sessions. Make sure, you want to be a part of PAC. Don't be afraid. Bring a buddy, right? It'll be $125 each for you guys. All right. And you can get access to the plethora of videos that we have now, right? TUPAC has been going strong for under a year now. October will make a whole year for the universally professional astrology community. Come and be a part of it. All right. You will enjoy yourself. It'll do you good to be able to see how to guide your life and navigate upon the earth land, right? Love y'all. It's where I say to y'all, namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, 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 y'all. Peace and love.